For me, there are sort of two important changes that are continuously happening. The one is in terms of technology, and I think it impacts on all of us and the legal profession and lawyers. And I think to some extent lawyers are engaging with technological changes, but I'm not sure if that's enough. And I'm thinking especially of the smaller firms and the single practitioners. You know, there's close to 23,000 lawyers operating in South Africa. Many of them are small law firms and single practitioners, but not many of them have got websites. And I think as a business that should be a basic requirement. Now with technology there are a whole host of other developments, and we haven't really tapped into that. And I think that is, you know, what as the legal profession should be engaging with. Now, somebody mentioned the other day about a virtual legal practice, and the initial response that I heard from that was, you know, what's that? We don't need that. It's not suitable for the legal profession. That's in the South African context, but yet other law societies in other parts of the world are engaging with that. And I don't have the answers yet, but what I do know is that we need to ask the questions. Because if we don't ask the questions, then we're not going to come up with answers. And we have to ask, you know, what does it mean to have a virtual legal practice? If it is something that's viable, what do we need to put in place to protect the public? Those are the kind of questions that we have to deal with, because some attorneys are already thinking about those issues. You know, it's not a concept that is actually commonly known in the South African context, but in other it is happening. So that's the one part of it. The other part of change that's happening, I think, is with the Legal Practice Act. You know, the Act has been signed into law. It's not fully operational, but it's one of the laws that took a long time to come into existence. There were a lot of debates, a lot of arguments about the Legal Practice Act, and it, you know, in its current format, it presents a whole different concept of the legal profession, and it refers to legal practitioners. So that part the profession is still engaging with. We don't have all the answers yet, but you know, as we move ahead, we will have to ensure that the profession is adaptable to change to what's expected in terms of the new legislation.